All right, guys. So here's where it gets kind of tricky. I would be very careful here at the end of the day. We have a high and a low significator, as well as a low significator by itself. Off of this overbought crest, there's this decline into a trough. So I think probably, and then also you've got the Queen of Discs, which indicates a period of sideways rotation with a sharp drop in it. Usually that sharp drop will take us to revisit a support level that was recently a past opportunity. So probably a pretty sharp drop here. This is also a pretty big move, kind of ruin, pointing to the downside here. Quite a few things indicating we have a drop here at the end of the day, so I'd be mindful of that. I definitely got out too early, but like I said, I wanted to fulfill my trade plan, which was to get out here when we at the signal when we break out through that price level, which I did for a pretty decent chunk of change. Had I left it until the end of the day, till this high, it would have been super, super risky, but would have made some extra money. Either way, it was a profitable trade. And like one thing that I learned from trading, guys, is like I used to one thing that I learned that got rid of a ton of loss. Okay, is that when I originally would try to trade, I try to get in and out at the perfect time, like at the absolute bottom and the absolute top, right? And by doing that, I would forgo opportunities to enter and exit for good opportunities for profits on the exits. I forgo that because I want to get the absolute top. But really what I should have done in those cases was seize the opportunity and then look for another one, right? Because from a metaphysical standpoint, you are what you attract what you are, right? The vibration of the present state attracts more of same, right? That's why they say gratitude begets gratitude, or maybe they don't say that, but they should. But it's important to understand if you're creating the experience of letting an opportunity to take profits pass by, right? You're more likely to have more of those opportunities ahead of you where you let an opportunity pass by, right? So it's always better to take profits, right? Because when you take profits, you're creating the experience of taking profits, which will vibrate and create more of same. It's a really subtle kind of thing about the universe, and I think it's why a lot of people kind of they just miss the real dynamic of reality, which is kind of like what you vibrate, you get more of. People don't understand that their whole experience is a reflection of their own vibration. There isn't anything other than self, right? As above, so below. Infinity. I mean, infinity has within itself infinity. If you think about reality from like the standpoint of like a holographic projection, all of the frames within a hologram, or a holograph, I should say, have all of the information within them to create the entire holograph again. Like each frame has all of the information. So I think of each individual as a frame, has within it all the information to make all other frames. But we're getting off topic here. So just be mindful, guys. Very sidewaysy kind of tricky behavior with this prudence card. A lot of things indicating a move to the downside. Another pretty strong cross-reading congruency here in the morning with the Chariot card appearing first thing in the morning on the 4th. Pretty wild stuff going on here in the second week of March, which is just before the influence of retrograde. Mercury retrograde starts the influence on the 18th, I believe. Yeah. So what takes place between March 18th and April 1st is very, very likely to repeat itself chart-wise between April 25th and May 18th. Now I have that we open kind of flat in on the fourth, but I might be picking up on a little bit of a different thing going on here. Yeah, here goes that drop I was talking about, guys. A little tricky over the weekend here. We're either opening flat or sideways, but there's erratic behavior in the post or in the pre-market on Monday, so it might be like one of those moments where the opportunity can't be seized because it's within the pre-market hour, you know. Oh, and also, guys, so the trade card here for March, just a reminder, this is no longer represent displacement. It's no longer a representation of volume. It's now representing the VIX for the day. Hard to read how to read into the VIX based on the science card. That's a little interesting. I'll have to see how it pans out. Hey B, March 13th, 14th. Yeah, definitely. 100%. The second half of this week of the second half of the second week of March is looking brutal. And that's right before the Mercury retrograde influence starts on the 18th. Usually you'll see the volatility start just before the influence of retrograde. It's kind of funny like that. When's the all-time high? I had that six. Why is this up at 67? This was supposed to be at 65. Not sure why it went there. So pretty darn close. Pretty darn close on that price level. See, like we're not. It's not like we're right. It's not like we're wrong about price levels like all the time. We're still pretty good on that, but Majority of the time when we are wrong, it's now when it's a price level. Just to be clear on that. But this was a pretty solid one. So I would probably be like opening up a partial short here, and then tomorrow, if there's better opportunity, I would add to that short. But more likely, you'll have an opportunity to close the short tomorrow. And if you're wrong, if I'm wrong and you can't close this short tomorrow, there should be opportunity on the 4th. If that doesn't work, there's opportunity on the 6th. So there's a couple of backup plans for it. I like shorts with backup plans. Hey, Robert. Hey, TT. Hey, Round Earth, if I didn't say hey. See the difference in the RSI on the 5-minute chart versus the 1-minute chart? Always helpful to look at it from different increments of time. Like, the 1-minute chart on RSI is leading the 5-minute chart. Oh my gosh, this special deal for Friday. Yikes. I totally Oh man, I gotta get on that. Give me a sec. I totally forgot to have my webmaster make something, so let me message him. All right, I messaged my webmaster, so he may be able to get back to me in the hour. Totally forgot. Glad you reminded me, Robert. So much stuff going on this week. So if he doesn't get back to me during the live, then I'll announce it on Monday. My apologies for guys that totally slipped my mind. But what we're gonna do is buy 2 1-year readings for 6. Currently, like the new pricing, it would be $1,000, so it's basically $400 off, and we'll probably run that throughout all of March. Hey, AV, if I didn't say hey, hey. So Monday is a bearish day. Are you talking about SPY, I presume? I don't think it's a bearish day per se. It's a little tricky because it's a nullified theme card. I think it's probably bullish, like the overall behavior for the for the day is probably overall bullish, but I think it probably. Why does it keep doing that? Just like whipping me back to the Google Chrome. Weird. Yeah, guys, if you're just hopping on, be super, super careful for this drop here at the end of the day. What the heck? Um, this Prudence card mixed with this Ruin here, and the Queen of Discs as well, and low significator at the end of the day as well. There's a high significator there too, but my sense is that we probably go to the downside based on this Ruin. We started doing that shortly after we met the 3 o'clock hour, so pretty much on point there. But the Queen of Discs indicates sideways rotation with a sharp drop that'll stand out in that period of sideways rotation. So Monday bearish. Monday's tricky. Monday's tricky, but I think it's pretty mixed. But I think probably like the first 2/3 of the day are going to be bullish, with like a drop off of a high midday, and then we probably go back to highs and maybe higher at the end of the day. It's possible. But what I am getting, I am starting to pick up. We might be opening lower rather than sideways, so I'm actually going to add that in here. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm starting to pick up on here, is that there is a decline over the weekend. So I said that in the monthly is what you're saying. You're telling me, AV. Why does this Explorer window keeps like whipping itself to between these two screens, and it's really pissing me off. Bye. All right, so it looks like he might be able to do it. DXY and VIX. Thought I had something for DXY. It's DXY's notably higher next week. And then the VIX. VIX is kind of like mixed sideways. Which would make sense because I do see a pretty sharp drop there. But it's really kind of a cluster over here, guys. Like a big cluster. Which says to me a lot of volatility and price swinging. So there's a sharp drop in there. But there's also volatility and price swings and probably a peak, a big move to the upside beginning of the day on the 15th and a peak at the end of the day maybe. There's also a trough there too. It's hard. It's like a ton of stuff going on the 14th, 15th. I would want to be in. I would probably want to start getting into a short position. On the. I might at the end of the day on the 8th add a small, like open up a small short position. On the 11th, if there's opportunity to add to it, I would do that. And I'd probably close out of it on the 14th, but you could also very likely hold it until the 21st. It's just that's kind of a ways away to hold a short position, you know? Yeah, so my sense is that the decline on the 4th is going to be over the weekend. We open lower. There's kind of a rally in the beginning of the day to a peak midday. We sell off from that, and then we move back to like the highs at the end of the day. It's kind of mixed there. Oh wow. Okay, so this ruin right here above the high is indicating it's kind of like the strength card. It's indicating that out of a decline, there's a big move from the bottom of the range all the way to the top of a range. So I think probably go from like a sharp decline here off of a peak midday, sharp decline into a low between 2 and 3. And then this big move, this Ace of Wands, is probably like a full retracement to the upside going from the bottom of the range to the top of the range. Price swingy though. Wow, it got cold in here. That's not the right one, is it? This is it. Nice move. I don't have anything for Pepe in 2024 yet. Interesting. Looks like we have a higher price level next week, but it's kind of like it tops off next week with the abundance card. Oh, nice. All right, here's the deal, guys. My webmaster's awesome. He put this together in like 10 minutes because he had no idea about this. I totally forgot to mention it to him. So he just did this. All right, so the link is tarotfortraders.com/product-page/special. And it's buy any 2 1-year reports for 600. They currently go basically be $1,000 normally. You get it $400 off, and that's a code you'll only get through the live. I'll probably announce it again next Friday. Again, I'll just give you that link one more time. Where did it go? tarotfortraders.com/product-page/1-year-prediction, and it's the word 1, not the number 1. 1-year-prediction. You can also email me, and I'll also put the link in Discord. If you're an angel investor, it'll be in Discord as well. So that's a drop in a period of sideways rotation, revisiting a support level that was an opportunity right here. And then there's a peak, and there's a high and a low at the closer in the post market, which says to me that this peak is probably going to turn into a sell-off, which takes us lower over the weekend. There's no trade opportunity in the morning though, so I'd be careful, guys. Like, this erratic behavior might, like, the would-be opportunity could be in the pre-market, making it like something we can't capture. Also, I was hoping to see some testimonials come through. Didn't see anything just yet. We're getting ready to send that presentation to the Wall Street Journal. I'm going to send it over the weekend. They'll get it Monday morning. Matter of fact, I should probably wait till Tuesday. Statistically, Tuesday's a better day to have them see it on Tuesday mornings, probably better. But in any case, I'd really like to add some testimonials to that. So anybody who wants to help out with that, please email through the website. Just email like a quick blurb testimonial for us. That'll add some extra power to our presentation. How does Marlin look for mid-March? What's the symbol for Marlin again? Pond, right. So this one's actually somebody ordered. It just got started on this one not too long ago, but it's not marked up or anything. Couple readings ahead of it. So it looks like we probably have a pretty sharp drop in early March, and then that's followed by a rally out of it to a peak towards the end of March. Probably a higher price level than we're seeing towards the end of March, and then a really sharp drop. Actually, it might be the same price level because it's these two cards right here are indicating multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance, and it's resistance that we failed to break through many times before. So it looks like it's probably this resistance around here. We sell off pretty notably in the last week off of that peak. So we go from like a low to a high to a low the second half of the month. And there's also some sort of tricky behavior near that low, as indicated both by this ruin and the devil card. The ruin in this position indicates like the risk of being misled. Where did your Marlin question go? Weird. Where did Robert go? Robert, all of your comments disappeared. What the heck? Is YouTube picking on you? I'm also over the weekend going to look into this thing that I found today. I love this type of thing. So I'm already registered for it, but over the weekend I'll figure out the rules and the conditions and all that stuff. Will Tesla hit 220 by March 11th? So March 11th. I don't think so. It's obviously close, but I think that gap probably gets filled. This little bit left of the gap, I should say. I mean, it would make sense it would get filled, but it might be sooner than that. Let me see. March 11th, 210. I got a yes for that. Probably on the 11th. The 8th or the 11th. Hey, Shubham. I didn't see a message from you, but I don't check my email that often. I'll check it today. I'm sure it's there. I just haven't looked. Totally forgot about it, my man. Apologize. Is it safe to open Meta and NVDA puts today per the forecast? I might open up a partial put in Nvidia because it looks like there's a good shot we go higher, but this rally looks like it's halted maybe over the weekend. So it might be that we open lower and then there's another big higher, or we might just be much higher. I think we probably open lower and then there's another big move higher. So I would do a partial, and then if I'm right about that, I would add to it. That way, if I'm wrong, we go much higher, you'll still be able to capture some of that opportunity. That's Nvidia and Meta. And you'd want to close out of those shorts on the cusp of the 4th, 5th. Hard to say if it's the end of the day on the 4th or the beginning of the day on the 5th. But that would be the prudent thing to do. Oh yeah, I would definitely Meta. I would open up a short here. There's a chance, same kind of chance, as we were just talking about with Nvidia, but it's a lot less likely based on what I'm seeing here. So I would add to the short, leave a little room in case there's more opportunity. But yeah, I would want to be in a short position in Meta right here. DOT H bar MTV tokens. Oh, MTV. Definitely MTV next week. MTV. That's not related to music television, is it? That's just a coincidental name, I'm hoping. The Disney trade, well, I did a quick trade, so I made like maybe $30 on it. I just bought one like at the money call from that expired today, so I didn't want to sit on it and wait. What I should have, and as I was selling it, I said what I should have done is bought an option that expired out a bit further. But there might be another opportunity on Monday morning to get into a long position on Disney. But I mean, it was profitable, so could have been better, but it was still a good trade. I didn't leave myself much room as far as like when to exit. It was basically like this trade's going to be good or not. Like I'm out tomorrow, and that's it was profitable. Will QQQ be more bearish or bullish on Monday? It's price swings on Monday for the QQQ. Pretty wild price swings. Sorry, guys, I gotta pee. I'll be right back. You're welcome, AV. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, see what's going to happen on Monday. Yeah, I remember. So you'd want to be in a not Monday, tomorrow, I should say. You want to be in a short position. I probably open up, like I said, open up a partial short here in case there's more move to the upside tomorrow. But my sense is that probably end up lower, at least by the end of the day, but probably sooner. If you're just joining us, guys, the special offer for the month of... That's not it. Hold on. Where'd it go? Jeez. There we go. Nope, that's not it. What happened? Oh, there we go. So the special offer we got going right now, normally the 1-year reports are $500. We're doing any two 1-year reports for $600. Pick the year you're interested in For the first one, you're interested for the second, specify the ticker for the first and the second, and add to cart. Super good deal, $400 off. We're running this this special through March. You only get the coupon code on watching the live here today, or if you're in our angel investor Discord, which you have to be regularly donating 5% for the rule of karma of the channel to be invited into that free Discord. It's like an inner circle, if you will. Lie, Munity, and Idea tokens. So you got a lot of volatility with Lie, a pretty notable pop and drop with Munity. So there might be a pretty big move to the upside in Munity, but it's going to be like fully retraced. And then Idea looks like an opportunity to open up a long position in the midst of decline. Here we go. Gonna wrap it up here, guys, unless anybody has any last questions. Look for the remainder of the April readings to come out over the weekend. If you've got early access on our website, which you get here at our services, SO Meta Posts, click here to subscribe. Gets you the earliest you can get access to any of our predictions. Always, it's going to be earliest here. Last minute questions? SC earnings guidance? Hard to read the results of their earnings estimate. The revenue estimate they do beat pretty notably. And the chart behavior in response. I got an important support level highlighted on a multi-day scale. That's probably bearish in this case. Let me see. Yeah, it's to the downside. So it's probably this support right here. Will you win the dispute against the Ameritrade? Oh, thank you, Hermes. Hi, what you doing, Goof? You trying to be nosy? Looks like yes, you will win the dispute. I got a yes for whole again. Is AMC a better buy in the summer? I believe so, but let's double check. Yeah, in May, June. Definitely better buy. All right, with that said, my friends, I'm gonna roll. Just one more, show you guys that special link one more time. 2 1-year reports. I need 2 1-year reports for $600. It's tarotfortraders.com/product-page/special. Yikes. 18K to file. Oof. Well, at least you know it's going to work out. With that said, I'm going to roll. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. Make sure to follow that rule of karma. The channel is counting on you. And blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys on Monday. Oh, and don't forget, if you're going to send, if you want to, send a testimonial through the email to us. It will be so valuable and helpful for us right now. Anybody that wants to help support, send a testimonial through email, please.